Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Codeyantra. Today we will be solving the first question punched card from Google Codejam Qualification round 2022. So here is the problem statement. So as you all can pause the video and read the whole problem statement, I will be explaining the main part of the problem statement. So the problem tells us to find a or to make a R into C matrix in which we have to print R into C minus 1 cells, in which each cell is represented in the following manner. So each cell is surrounded by two minus signs above and below and two pipe signs which are on the left and the right sides and the plus signs which are on the corner, and in the center we have a dot. So a cell is represented like this, in which we have four plus signs on the corner and two minus signs which are above and below, and the center we have a dot and two pipes on either side of the cell. So we have to make R into C minus 1 cell. So for simplicity, let's just forget that we have to print R into C minus 1 cell. Let's just consider we have to print R into C cells for simplicity. So now if we have to print R into C cell, let's more deep dive into how a cell looks. So if we focus carefully, a cell, as I told you, is represented by this plus, minus, and a dot and the pipe. So if we simplify this thing, if we observe, we can say that there is a pattern in the whole matrix. So in the ith row, there is a pattern. What is the pattern? That we can say that it is just consecutive plus minus signs. So if we just forget these things, these two dots here, so we can say from here also these are just consecutive plus minus signs. And if the ith row is even, if we are considering it as a zero index, then we can say on every even index I, the we are getting consecutive plus minus, and if the I is odd, then we are getting a pipe and a dot which is consecutive after each iteration, right? So we can simply code this pattern and solve this following question. So so let's now calculate for a given R and C how many columns and rows will be required. So if we say that this dot is a cell, okay, so if each dot is a cell, then I can say that for each dot I will have one pipe, but and two dots will share one pipe, okay. So if I say that if a cell is a dot and a pipe, and this is one another cell and one more pipe and a cell, so in the last, this dot will be required one pipe. So if I have three dots here, then there is three pipes plus one which will be required in the end. So I can say 3 for the dots and 3 and 4 are the pipes. So I can say the columns will be equal to the number of dots which will be C, which will be given in the question, into 2 for the pipes which are in the front of the dots, and the last pipe plus 1, and the same goes for the row. If I have a plus sign here and a pipe, again a plus sign and a pipe, again a plus sign and a pipe, and in the end I will require a plus sign. So same goes for the rows also. So R will be equal to R, which is given in the question, into 2 plus 1. So these will be the required rows and the column of the matrix. You can also verify that in each question if this condition satisfies. So if I have 3 rows here, the answer will contain 7 rows. And if I have 4 columns here, the answer will contain 9 columns. So you can count here, it is 9. So let's code the question now. So I have taken the input in T, and for the printing format I have taken an extra variable which is K. I have taken the input R and C, and as I told you, the required number of rows will be 2 into rows plus 1, and the required number of columns will be 2 into columns plus 1. I have made a character 2D array, and I have iterated over the rows. So whenever the rows is even, I have taken a zero indexing here. So I will consider the first row as even row. So if the rows are even, if the row number is even, then I will have a j loop for the number of columns, and whenever the j is even, I will keep a plus sign first, and then and if the j is odd, again for j also we are considering zero indexing. So if the j is even, then I will keep a plus here, and if the j is odd, then I will keep a minus here. So this will form a consecutive pattern of plus minus plus minus. And again same for I when it is odd. I will keep a j loop, and for same if the j is even, then I will print a pipe, and otherwise not print, I will store a pipe in the character array 2D array, and if the j is odd, then I will keep a dot here. So this will create a matrix R into C, but we have to take care of this thing also, because if we print like this, then this will also be a plus and this will be a minus, this will be a pipe and this will be a dot. So this will not give us the correct answer, so we have to take care of this thing. So what I did after making this array, I have like initialized these positions with dots, and after that I have printed the final solution. So as you can see, this solution got accepted. So I hope you understood the question, and if you learned from this video, please do like, share and subscribe this channel, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you so much.